This is Vargas, not in the Vargas Vault. Here again with another pickup video. I actually did think, I just got an idea for a video that I want to share with you guys. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to do pickups, movie pickups, and then that video. So you'll see this thing here, because, yeah. But anyway, I want to share with you guys, like I mentioned in the last video, from this point on, it's going to be two movie pickup videos. Some from Dollar Tree, some from other places. So let's get started. And again, I have a lot of collecting hobbies. I mean, I've mentioned this before. I love collecting stuff. Movies is my big passion, and comic books. And the other one is video games. Even though I don't have any time to play video games, and all the consoles that I own are in the house where we should be living in the Vargas Vault. But I still, from time to time, if I come across something good and cheap, I'll pick it up, whether it be a collectible like the ones I showed before, or video games. And this time around, I picked up two for the Wii, super cheap. And this is Monster 4x4 World Circuit. This is a sequel to a Monster Truck Madness game released by Ubisoft. But they must have lost the Monster Truck license because it doesn't have Gravedigger, it doesn't have any of the official Monster Trucks. No Bigfoot, no nothing like that. So this is just different versions of Monster Trucks in a rally. So it's a racing game, but also has multiplayer. So yeah, this will work great for my kid and for my daughter. She doesn't, at this point, she doesn't even know who Hannah Montana is. She was really big, but this is Hannah Montana Spotlight World Tour. And it's kind of like a Just Dance kind of thing. It's a rhythm game, but also you can go wherever you go to, do your gigs. You can buy clothes and accessorize Hannah Montana. So that's something that I think my daughter will like. So yeah, I haven't come across a Wii game in years, and finally bought two more. So that's cool. And one thing that really kind of bums me out is that I see a lot of videos see a lot of posts in the movie collector groups that I'm part of people that go to Dollar Trees and find a buttload of DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that for $1. And I'm like, I only know and only can go sometimes to one Dollar Tree, and that Dollar Tree sometimes has some cool stuff. Like I bought Hobo with a shotgun there. And then one time I found a really good haul. And this time I found 4, but nowhere near as awesome as other people's posts or videos of Dollar Tree hauls. But I still got some cool stuff. This one was awesome. I can't believe I found this one for $1, but it's Son of Batman. My Batman collection is really, really short. I mean, I love Batman. I love the Batman animated movies that they come out with. But I don't own all of them. I'm still missing The Dark Knight Returns. I'm still missing Batman Year Zero. I'm still missing Batman vs. Robin, Bad Blood, Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which sucks. I really want those. But for now, I got Son of Batman, and this is based on the story arc in the Batman comic books where Batman finds out that he has a son called Damian Wayne, who's the son of Talia al Ghul, and he's been raised as an assassin, and he wants to meet Batman, and he interacts with him. And this one has Deathstroke, and the original storyline didn't have Deathstroke, if I remember correctly. But Damian, I know a lot of people didn't like Damian when he first came out, and when he first came out, he was kind of annoying, but that was the point, because he was so disconnected from being human, raised by the League of Assassins, that, he had to learn how to be more. It's what made him cool and kind of annoying at the same time, because he had to learn how to adapt. And something that was really, really cool in the comic books was his interaction with Dick Grayson, who at the time was Batman. And then Batman came back, and then they kept that interesting dynamic with Batman trying to interact with his son. And then that's, where with Dick Grayson is when he learned to be a tolerable guy, and people started loving him. When he started interacting with Batman, that's when people kind of finally warmed up to the character. And now he seems to be missing in action. I don't see that much of Damian in the comic books, which is a shame. I thought he was a good Robin. But yeah, really, really happy to add this one, but I still need a bunch of Batman books. This one I was genuinely surprised I don't own a copy of. It's a raunchy comedy for sure, and looking at it now as an adult, it's it's kind of interesting. But this is Porky's. If you grew up in the '80s, you probably know about this movie. Probably would never get made nowadays. This and Animal House, I don't think would ever get made nowadays. Even Revenge of the Nerds, which is a movie that I'm actually missing. I'm also missing Revenge of the Nerds. But you know me, I love the '80s, and I want to get as many '80s movies as I can. And that one is like a legendary '80s movies. And this one I just picked up because of the actor. There's two that guy actors that I will, if they're in something, they're always the best part of the movie. And this one is one of those two. One is Michael Ironside, the other one is Lance Henriksen. And I'm pretty sure that he's only in this movie for a couple of minutes. Pretty sure. But it still has Lance Henriksen front and center. And this is the Palmer Supremacy. I don't know anything about this movie. I even actually tried to research in IMDb and Wikipedia, and there's no entries for this one. So I'm pretty sure Lance Henriksen only makes a cameo, because that would be the only explanation why, there's no information on that movie. And I also picked this one. This is a blind buy because I like the cover. I don't know anything about this. I didn't find any information on this one, but it's The Nanny. It's looks like a horror movie about a nanny that's taking care of kids, and one of the kids suspects that the nanny is not all she seems, so it might be good. These are not Dollar Tree, but things I found somewhere else. Blast from the Past, a movie that I genuinely thought I already owned. I mean, I was dead sure I already owned this movie, but I was going through my Excel sheet, and I was like, holy crap, I don't own this movie. This has Brendan Fraser and Alicia Silverstone. And then Brendan Fraser's like it's kind of like Fallout. He's in a bomb shelter because Christopher Walken is his dad, and he's like, the Russians are going to bomb us. So he built a bomb shelter, and he took his family there, and they were living for years and years, but the supplies were running out. So Brendan Fraser leaves the bomb shelter, but he's been raised like, it's like Fallout. He was raised with music from the 50s and Family Values and everything. And he emerges in the 90s, and he's like a man of the time. But that's kind of like endearing to the people because it's a nice little movie. I thought it was pretty cool. This one I already own, but I own the normal edition. This is the unrated edition of The Ring. This one has a bunch of extra scenes added to the movie. So it does extend the runtime. The scenes aren't that's crucial to the plot, but it does have some scenes with the young girl and some other stuff that is not in the theatrical cut that I already own. So, yeah, the thing about unrated movies is that sometimes you can only have like a minute of nothing. But sometimes it does add enough stuff that makes it a totally different movie. So I tend to buy a lot of versions of the same movie. Like, I buy the theatrical cut, the director's cut, the unrated cut, the final cut. Blade Runner is a good example of that. There's like 5 cuts of that. So, yeah, it's something I tend to do. This one, I was looking for the movie in one of these packs, but it's a 3-pack movie collection, so I was like, I'm buying it because it's 3 movies for the price of 1. But this is the Charles Bronson 3-pack movie set. The one I wanted was The Mechanic, because I have the Mechanic remake. And I saw this once on TV with my father-in-law, and I dug it. I thought it was really cool. So I've been trying to track it down for a long time. So I saw this 3-pack. I was going to pick it up, of course. This one, Messenger of Death, I don't think I've ever seen. And Assassination, no. The only Charles Bronson movies I've seen is The Great Escape, the Death Wishes. There's another one that he's older, but I can't remember what it was. And The Mechanic. So, yeah. I'm sure he's been in a bunch of movies. Picked up the complete second season of The Batman. This was in WB Saturday mornings, and it has the same art style as the Jackie Chan Adventures. If anyone's seen the Jackie Chan Adventures, it has kind of the same art style, and it's a reimagining of Batman. Even though as the seasons went on, it kind of turned into Batman the Animated Series. Because there's no mention of the Justice League, no Robin, no Commissioner Gordon, nothing. It's just the Batman, and he's a vigilante outlaw. He's not, in with the cops. But again, as the series went on, it turned into Batman the Animated Series. But I thought the animation was pretty cool, and they made a really cool movie with the Batman versus Dracula. I thought that was really cool. Not a big fan of a lot of interpretations, like the Joker. The Joker looks weird in this one. The Riddler I thought was really cool. Clayface I thought was really cool in this one too. So yeah, but I would like to get the other seasons of this one. There's I think only 5 of them, but season 1, 2, and 3 were really good. Then after that, like I mentioned, it started turning into Batman the Animated Series. And this one I picked up because I did watch the show and I did like it. But again, like most shows, as the series went on, the quality kind of took a hit. This one, I don't remember how many seasons it lasted, but it's the box set for the complete series of The King of Queens, with George Costanza's dad, the Paul Bart, the mall cop guy, and the friend of Alyssa Milano from Who's the Boss? Yeah, I remember Who's the Boss. And she was cute in this one, yeah. So, yeah, a lot of people don't like King of Queens. I thought it was funny, I liked it, and it's a 27-disc set. Got this for $1. And I'm not going to knock that. It's $1, and it's a complete series of probably 5, 8, 6... I really don't remember how many seasons this was, but $1 for 27 discs? What's the runtime on this? 4,555 minutes. Hell yeah, I'm going to buy this for $1. Awesome buy. So yeah, some really neat stuff I picked up. I think it's really cool stuff. I'd like to recommend, if you can track down The Mechanic, I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. And of course, I always tend to go with my go-to guy, Batman, because Batman, he's awesome. It's the Batman. The Batman. So yeah, those are my recommendations for this one. Okay, that was kind of short and sweet. So next one I'm going to do might not be as short, but that's going to be the Movie Freak pickups. I'll try to keep it short. But until I see you again, this was Vargas thanking you all, and I'll see you soon.